Dixo presenta Meet at the Clubhouse with Garga, hosted by Baron and Ilya.
Yo, 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 happy Friday. What's up, everybody? We got a lot going on this special Friday. Always cooking in the club. Always a lot going on in the swamp. Got Illa pulling up right now. Let me get him up to co-host up here. You know, X always likes to play around with us, play some games, but we got this today. Illa, how you doing, homie? Welcome up. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Feeling good, feeling great. Summertime already. I don't know where this year has already gone, but it is already summertime. So the year's halfway done. We already speeding down to 2026, and a lot of shit has been popping off in the club. So it's been a good year so far. Can't wait for the rest of it.
Bro, I can't even believe it's the middle of the year already. I just had a realization myself the other day, like, holy shit, this year's halfway over. But also when you're having fun, time flies, you know? And the club has been cooking. Community has been very active, very busy, creating a lot of dope shit. Playoffs have been incredible as well for NBA. I mean, the Pacers, shout out to Tyrese. You know, I think they're taking home the chip this year, but that's a whole other conversation for another day. We're going to have various guests joining us today, guys. We got so much to talk about. We're going to have the main man Garga coming through in a little bit. He's going to be talking about all the stuff we've got going on. We've got a few members from the TON blockchain who are going to join us on stage as well, because BAYC just posted a little bit ago, and I'm going to pin this up above. We've now opened up a Telegram channel, so you're going to want to go ahead and join that. You know, why not? It's going to be worth it. It'll be fun. We got Ethan, OG Bored Ape community member as well now as part of the TON team. So we're going to talk to him in a minute. We're just going to also invite some of you guys up as well to come up. You're going to be welcome to ask Garga questions later as we get into it. Just chop it up, because at the end of the day, this is still Meet at the Clubhouse. Excited to hang out. Illa, thank you for holding it down last week. Appreciate Boris coming through and holding it down. I heard nothing but amazing stuff about how you guys just killed it last week. So appreciate you for doing that, dude. Illa, before we get into it, man, anything on your radar you want to chop it up as we're waiting for some other guests to come and join us?
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of activity on the timelines from the club, which makes me happy, man. Like a lot of positive noise, because you know this space is usually filled with a bunch of negative noise, but as far as what's going on with the club, there's been a ton of positive noise, and I'm super excited, man. A lot of attention and a lot of mind share. So coming from the music business, I'm all about market share, and being in Web3, it's market share and mind share. And we have definitely been having a lot of mind share and controlling that timeline, and I love it. And I want us to continue doing that.
Yo, it's all about mind share, like you said, Illa. We got the boss up here, Garga. Welcome up. Happy Friday. Welcome to Meet at the Clubhouse, man. I wanted to say that for such a long time, because I know you're always so busy, but you got little time to spend with us today. We're going to just jump into it, man. Welcome. How are you doing this Friday?
Hell yeah. Thanks, guys. Good to be here. I'm doing great. It's a busy Friday. We got the vote for to sunset the ApeCoin DAO live as of, I think, late last night. We got our official Telegram channel just opened up. I see we've got our friends at TON even in the audience here, which is amazing. Love the support. Love that our buddy Ethan is over on that team now too. Yeah, no, it's a busy Friday. I love it.
Dude, my heart has been racing all morning. Illa, it's not just the 2 Red Bulls. I'm about to crack a third. That's not the reason. It's the excitement, the energy. It's palpable. You can feel it. There's just so much going on. I pinned up some stuff above, guys. Check it out while we're going around the horn and saying what's up to everyone. And we're going to jump into it and talk about the AIP stuff first. But we got the AIP pinned up above. We've got the link for the Telegram pinned up above. So check those out while we get into it. So Garga, I'm gonna throw it back to you, man. There's no time to waste. You've been on a tour. Shout out to Coffee and Captain for hosting you this week, as well as Other Page, Other Space FM. I apologize. They killed it. Both hosts this week. Not even gonna try to compare. They're just phenomenal. But what we're gonna ask you is, What should we be focusing on now that this is live? How should we help assist this? What do you think is the best way for us to get behind this as a community?
Yeah. Sorry, you broke up for a little bit there. You mean ApeCo, getting behind ApeCo?
Yeah, exactly. And James Hall did say, why didn't we call it Monkey Business? That would have
Oh,
been
I
a
know.
banger.
Yeah, Monkey Business LLC. It's not bad. But yeah, look, so this is a new idea that's come together really quickly, but have loved to see the groundswell of support around it. The idea is that basically ApeCoin needs to have a leaner, more focused operating model, a small, nimble team that can make grants, can hold, community members or grantees accountable when they get awarded money for something, and make sure that ApeCo is working to further, the main pillars of ApeCoin, which, as far as I can see, is ApeChain first and foremost. BAYC and the builders that come out of that ecosystem, and other side as like the most hardcore crypto metaverse that's coming to our space and will be persistent soon enough. So if you support this idea, we could use your vote. It's up for vote on the ApeCoin snapshot now. This is a really big deal. It's a big proposal. There's a lot of implications here. So I think it requires a 69% supermajority vote in order to pass. So this isn't going to be some little 51-49 thing. This is only something that we're all going to do if everybody feels super strongly about it and wants to do it. And I think it also requires like 3.5% of the total circulating ApeCoin to pass. So I think that's somewhere around, I don't know the exact number, but I imagine it's like 30-ish million ApeCoin to pass. So we need a lot of participation. If this thing fails because people don't want to do it and they vote it down, that's great. I'm fine with that. I just don't want to see it fail because we didn't have the voter participation. So just get out there and vote.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those situations where most of the people that are on the sidelines, because I know a couple whales and they're just they couldn't even be fucking bothered with it, man. But I think this is one of those situations that people are actually bullish and are going to get behind it. Garga, I got a question, man, because you guys have done so much amazing things and definitely one of the main people that are caught lightning in the bottle. When this DAO first like was created, what was your hopes for it, and then what was that feeling like when you seen it not like running its course like you guys had dreamt when you guys first started this thing?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's funny. I think, 3.5, 4 years ago, yeah, we caught lightning in a bottle with BAYC. It started as just, myself and a few friends. I like put every penny of savings I had basically into some of the startup costs of getting BAYC up and off the ground. And we were able to make something that really resonated with the community. That like day one, it was actually like day seven, I guess. Day 7, day 8 when we minted out, the end of April and early May. The energy was electric. The Discord was impossible to read because there were so many messages flying by. We were coming out of what seemed like, NFTs were over. Crypto had moved on to whatever the next meta was going to be. And, BYC helped change that course. And within weeks, we saw every other adjective animal spawn up. And many of those have faded away. Some are still out there crushing it today, and that's great. And a lot of the feeling, though, was always, when you have that kind of overnight success, is inevitably you feel a little bit of imposter syndrome. And so we try to overcome that by just shipping like our hair was on fire. Like, every other NFT project back then was just, selling their NFTs and quietly fading into black. They were just, it was like the Homer Simpson meme, like backing up into the bushes. And instead we wanted to go hard and, ship token gated experiences, even if they were silly, like the BOIC bathroom wall, just Ape Fest, which we threw together, last minute, but ended up getting, the Strokes and Little Baby showing up, and it was incredible. And we had our fair share of but every bit of it was always rocky. And so when it came to actually going into the token world, we felt a bit of imposter syndrome. We didn't know what we didn't know, and we thought that other people had things more figured out than us, and we tried to get the best help we could. But in setting up the DAO, I think what was powerful from day one was the massive treasury that this thing had. I think when we launched, and Ape, it was even before Ape had a run up later that summer, it still was cool. Here you have a DAO with $1 billion in capital that it could do things with. But I think what we saw shortly after, and is obviously crypto cycles are brutal. All the heroes from 2021 were so many of them turned out to be scammers. We had Sam Sam blowing up, Terra Luna blowing up, Celsius. We've all got PTSD. We all know the names. And I think as part of that, you saw a massive crackdown from the SEC on our space, just kind of trying to stifle all crypto in the US. And you also saw, bear market vibes settling in. People, a lot of just cutthroat nature. Everything felt PvP. There was a lot of seeming popularity contests in the ApeCoin DAO and all that kind of thing. And yeah, it's a shame that, that capital ended up seemingly getting leaked out left and right for sometimes zany proposals or people scratching each other's backs on certain votes or what have you. And I think I'm excited to get us back to a place here where we can just be way, way more capital efficient, because, anytime ApeCoin hits, gets granted for anything, that, at the end of the day, that comes out of everybody's pocket. And so I want to see ApeCoin win, and rather than doing that from a backseat somewhere, as somebody or nobody's driving, I think there's an opportunity here for us to get back in the driver's seat and take this thing by its horns and get back to winning.
I think something you said yesterday when you were on your spaces, and it hit me in my ears pretty hard, where I was like, wow, this is really exciting to kind of get behind as someone who believes very intensely in the community, was when you said, someone's dream, when they go for it out of this ApeCoin DAO, it affects everyone else who's holding. And I never really thought of it in that particular mannerism. And I felt like, wow, okay, you really want to be on board with helping people achieve their dream, but there's a majority who really desire more to see the coin succeed than to see one person achieve their dream. And it kind of outweighs in that matter of speaking, and I heard Coco and Nana talking about it in different spaces, and your space yesterday initiated a whole lot of great conversation throughout the community. And I'm going to throw it over to Coco and welcome you up, Coco, because you're one of those people who has so much thought about this. So I'd love to throw it over to you. Welcome you up. Happy Friday. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, man, I've been in the kitchen cooking, bro. Always, a big BAYC supporter. Love the club, love everyone in it, and I gotta just say, man, I haven't been this excited about the future of ApeCoin in a long time. I think that one of the main things, and it might seem like it's just a very simple thing that I think is going to really make an improvement with this vote passing, is the fact that just people that haven't been in our ecosystem yet are not going to see people arguing on the timeline. I think I think that the importance of that is so incredibly huge, bro. Because we're tapped in, right? And we see, we know okay, this is going on. We kind of have this fingertip on it, right? But then think about a guy that's doesn't even know about BAYC, or a new entrant into crypto that just came in this cycle, right? We're a multi-cycle ecosystem now. And then the first thing that they see is a bunch of guys arguing over an AIP that they don't even understand, right? So I think that just that simple thing really is going to help from a, like a brand perspective and just people's kind of overall first impression when they come to like Ape Chain and stuff. So, bro, I've never been like more excited in the past couple of years because I said this yesterday, like, if you want to make big moves, sometimes you got to make big changes. And yeah, I'm just super stoked. And it's cool to hear Garga talk about it, and just happy to be here, man.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, it's a great point. And I just, the meme that comes to mind is that like community meme where like Donald Glover's walking in a room and the place is on fire and everybody's going crazy. And you're just like, wait, what the fuck am I walking into here? Democracy's messy. Democracy can be slow. We have all the benefits of a decentralized ecosystem now with Ape Chain. Anyone can make their voice heard by just building on chain, and it's there for you. And so I feel like years ago we had all of the negatives of decentralization and kind of none of the positives, with people just being able to like permissionlessly write to a blockchain, create art on it, deploy to it, and make a difference that way. In the same way that I never talked to anybody ever at Ethereum or Vitalik or anything like that, but we brought more people on at ETH than just about anybody over the past several years, or at least in 21 and 22.
Man, I remember being in the group chat, and Coco can attest to this, Soaking Lost. We would sit there and just fantasize about like people raising like hell and havoc. Like, yo, let's rename crypto.com motherfucking monkeyballs.com or something. Like, let's just get headlines. Let's bring headlines to the ecosystem. Let's take a little chunk of this money and just do crazy wild shit that would make like Garga and Gordon proud. And it just, we would just be pissed because I'm like, man, it turned into like a fucking like a bookworm contest, or like it was like, oh, we got to do infrastructure, and it's okay, but how many times are we going to put people in place just for infrastructure, and then everyone wants to be a lawyer and nobody's coming with like groundbreaking ideas, and people are just funding their friends. It just turned into like a circle jerk, man. So when I seen you say, hey man, we're just gonna go and like tear this shit down, I was like, holy shit, I couldn't believe it was happening, man. So like that's why I really believe that this is going to be a unanimous decision, because a lot of us who are on the timeline all the time, we were dreaming about this day where we can actually affect culture, because that's what it was. For Bored Ape Yacht Club, we think about putting culture on chain. For Ape Chain, we think about putting culture on chain, and I don't feel like we succeeded with that. With the DAO, man, it was too much like circle jerks.
I think one of the things that I appreciate, and I know a lot of other community members did too, was when we love the copy pasta out here, and we love the founders post, and it's genuine. But when there's moments like this and you see that you stand up for something that a lot of people rally behind so quickly because they feel it's the right thing, and it's not an easy thing to do, it makes us dig our heels in deeper and go, yep, I'm here for the long ride, and when you said you had a 20-year vision for the club this week on Coffee with Captain, I was like, yep, that's same mentality. Cool. Let's run this thing for the next 2 decades and make this the biggest thing out there. And so these moves are not easy, but the club is here to support, and an opportunity like this to hear Garga out for the logical reasons as to why he's putting this out there. It's been awesome to have you. We have him only till about 12:45 today, or 11:45 today, rather. So we're going to continue to go through. We've got a few TON folks up here that we're going to jump to in a little bit because we're going to mention it again. BAYC has an official Telegram. Link is post up above. If you haven't got in there already, get in there. We're going to talk about that in a bit. Garga, do you want to jump around and talk about anything else right now before we go over to Telegram, or maybe offer Profits or Tiger some questions?
No, yeah, happy to have anyone up. And then we can jump into Telegram stuff.
Sick. I'm gonna throw it over to you, Profits. Happy Friday. How are you doing? Do you have any questions for Garga? Anything that you want to share today?
Yo, what's up, GM? Happy Friday. The best club on the fucking internet. Garga, I just give you so much props. Hats off to you for taking a huge step, and kind of putting the whole club on your back, as you always do with these like out loud and public decisions. It's not easy, especially when you're not going to cater to everybody. I'm a big fan. Definitely been saying a lot of what you're saying publicly for so long, alongside a lot of other apes. So, we're all very bullish on this decision and definitely hoping it goes through. I think my biggest ask from you is for you to check your damn DMs so we can schedule spaces. But I'm pretty sure I could have probably bothered Illa or somebody else for that, but I didn't want to, but I didn't have to.
Let's do it. Let's do it next week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sweet.
any day next week. Let's do it.
Awesome. No, all good. I appreciate you. But no, I just wanted to come for the vibes. Happy Friday. It's love seeing. Look at all these motherfuckers in here, Baron. Good job, guys. Great job. No, I love hanging out, love being here. Excited for New York coming up. I'll definitely be at the Ape Chain event. So excited to see a lot of your apes, but bullish on the club, bullish on everything that's going on, and let's keep the vibe strong. And ape DAO or no DAO, that doesn't determine the success of this club, right? We have a lot of like power players in this club, so super bullish. Back to you, Baron. Appreciate you.
We got a lot of power players who also rock Army Green. I don't know if you guys know this, but we got Gene, we got Rita,
Cheetah Gang, baby.
We got
Cheetah
Tiger
Gang.
is fine on stage. So I'm gonna throw it over to you.
Set tripping. I didn't set trip for that.
Look, you set me up perfect. I'm trying to give Tiger an intro. Everyone chill. Tiger, what's good? Happy Friday. Welcome up. How you doing?
It's an amazing day to be Army Green. I came up because what we've been seeing in the last week has been incredible. For a long time we've been talking about back to basics, and this kind of feels like we're headed the right direction. We're there where a BAYC wasn't just a project or a brand. It was like an identity for so many people in this like little ecosystem, and things like that, things that people identify with, they're here for the long run. And in order to do that, you need to get that core, the cult-like members back in play. And yes, unfortunately, ApeCoin just pushed a lot of people away because there wasn't a lot of utility. But Garga, your post last week, just seeing how much support, how many like OGs just like stood up and they're like, this is the way, was so encouraging to just like, to have faith in this community again. And it's just like hearing you speak in all these spaces, talking about supporting the builders, supporting the community. These are all basic things that all like the foundation of what BAYC and what you guys envision is still the same. It's just a much more controlled, focused initiative. And I'm really, like everybody on the stage is saying, very bullish on what's to come for ApeCoin. So thank you for your leadership.
Thank you so much, Tiger. Really appreciate you. And you've had some banger tweets the last couple of weeks that have helped set the stage for everything here too.
She's like a natural at that. You guys notice that? Tiger is special, man. We are very pleased to have. We're special to have Tiger in the club.
We are very lucky to have Tiger as a friend, as so many of you who are amazing hosts and community leaders and just people who pick up fucking shovels and build shit because they want to do cool shit. And speaking of someone who does that, oh, he just left the stage. OX Simple Farmer was up here for a second. Shout out to that dude. He has been killing it with Clutch Market. Went from mutant to ape because he did a long or short. I don't know which way he went, but you gotta love it. Garga, I'm gonna just kind of nod the conversation towards Telegram since we have so many amazing Telegram folks up here on stage, if that's all right with you. But I'm going to go around the group here and say what's up to Ethan. Ethan, what's good? Happy Friday. How you doing, buddy? Welcome up.
Hey, Baron. Hey, everyone else. How are we all doing? We having a good day?
It's a wonderful day, man.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear you guys are having a good day. I'm going to tell you a quick story while I've been listening to this spaces. It's really hot here in the UK, and we don't have AC. So as an idea to cool down my room, I opened my shower room and I put the shower on a super cold setting. So it was like ice cold water. So that was cooling down the room, like taking away the heat. But I don't know, I stopped looking for like 10 minutes and then I look over and my entire apartment is flooded. I swear to God. So I swear, like you'll be able to hear it. Like, listen to this.
Oh my God, that's bad.
Can you hear the water?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just mopping that back into the bathroom right now.
Somebody get this man a raft. Jeez.
Yeah, someone get me a raft.
Take your yacht club to the next level.
Yeah, bro. Like I brought the yacht club to my bedroom. But hey ho. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard to the Telegram Ton ecosystem. Couldn't be happier to have you guys on board. You know, it feels like we've come full circle. I was a Bored Ape Council member, 2 years ago now? So yeah, we're back, baby. Back to basics.
Oh yeah, no, it's been great to join. It's been in the works for a little bit. Glad to finally open up the channel and get started. And we've got a few things cooking for Ton. It's incredible what you guys have been able to do. Like, to getting just everyday users on chain, getting people to use crypto without hardly even knowing it. I think Ton has got the most distribution and penetration than almost anybody in crypto. So we had to be there. We got to be part of it, and want to also get more in depth and in tune with the culture that you guys have been building over on Ton. We got the plush Pepe hanging out in our little channel. It's part of our you can see it up at the top of the channel. That seems to be like the punks of Ton as far as I can hear. But yeah, would love to know anything that you think the Bored Apes should know about Ton as we kind of go on this mission together.
Well, absolutely, and you're right about the plush Pepes. Like literally, like 2 or 3 months ago, they were worth less than $1,000, and now they're like $16,000. Like it's getting pretty crazy. It reminds me a little bit of the Twitter hexagon PFPs when we used to be able to NFT verify, so you could like show off your NFTs on Twitter or X. Because you can do the exact same thing on Telegram now, since Telegram directly integrated Ton. I'm going to pass it over to Victor. There's no one that knows Ton better than Victor. So he's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
Well, GM everybody, and thanks for having me, guys. Welcome to Telegram and Ton ecosystem. Very pleased to have you, and it's been a while since we've seen expansions of many other brands toward other ecosystems at this scale. So, very fascinating time to be alive. And many of you already know me. I'm global community lead at Ton, and Ethan and Jacob just recently joined our team. It's been literally a match made in heaven, and we're really happy to have them as well. We also got our NFT lead here on stage with us, Zenith, who also I brought actually in our team from my reply guys on X. To be honest, the story was like this. But yeah, going into Ton and its culture, there is a lot happening with Telegram tokenizing more and more of different assets within its ecosystem. And to be honest, what you see right now with gifts and stickers, this is not the first integration. And some people have been a little bit skeptical toward, what these gifts will do, what is their future in like 2 years' time. There is something that you could judge the previous results upon and see what is the future potential is like. Telegram anonymous numbers being released over like 2 years ago. They're also NFTs on Ton, and it's a collection of like 130,000 pieces. Basically with the functionality integrated into the Telegram as well. So you could use that as an anonymous number instead of your number to log in into your Telegram profile. Instead of the phone verification or email verification, you would use your decentralized wallet, which is an awesome innovation. And then if you look at the chart and adoption of this technology over the course of 2 years, then it would be very clear why Telegram and Ton community got really behind gifts and stickers so much. And it is such a fascinating time to be alive. Plush Pepe today is like 5th most expensive NFT collection across all chains. And it's literally just became tradable this year. Literally in the beginning of the year. It was planned as an update for the new year, but due to the Apple review policy, it got stuck for a couple of days. So yeah, the Plush Pepe has been here since the 2025 started. And thank you guys for also joining this club. I think many of the people already welcome you to the holders chat as well on Telegram, which is another great place to be in. They share actually a lot of alpha in there. So if you're not reading this chat, I suggest you start. That's to say the least. But yeah, happy to have you guys on board, and thanks for having us here as well today.
No.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Victor.
I was going to say thank you to the Ton team, and we're going to go to Zenith in a second, but I've got some messages from folks in the community, and I want to let you know there are currently no official BAYC stickers out there. There are some out there that I believe were made through Ape Accelerator, but those are not official BAYC stickers.
Yes, that's accurate. So they've been released by Ape Accelerator and utilize the IP of the several apes that the guys own. And yes, I actually even got a few of this, but yes, you're accurate on this one.
Yeah, just wanted to set the tone and let people know. Sorry, Greg, go for it.
Yep. No, that's a good point. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm on my third Red Bull now, so this is just that part of the show where I get really energized and jump around really fast to everybody. So I'm going to throw it over to Zenith. Zenith, I've been having the pleasure to have a few convos with you over the last few weeks as we're working on Ton stuff. How you doing, man? Welcome up. How's your Friday?
Hey
Sick.
everyone, can you hear me? I'm a little bit outside. You can hear me well?
We got you right now. In and out, but we got you for now. Let's go.
do
How you
this.
doing?
Honestly, busy Friday. I go a little bit outside. I have a feeling that I'm losing connection. But yeah, no, it's been a busy Friday, honestly. As you can see, there's been a couple of launches and a couple of things happening. You guys have just dropped your Telegram channel, and it's been crazy. It's been fun. But for everyone wondering who I am, I'm Zenith. I'm currently the NFC lead at Tom Foundation. I've been working with Tom for the last 8 to 9 months. As Victor said, I was brought on as the global community lead, but now I progress over to the NFT because, as you can see, the space is really starting to take off, and NFTs are my passion. I joined back in 21, and actually NFTs, I was onboarded onto crypto through NFTs, and I just fell in love with crypto because of the NFTs, all of the different communities that have been built around NFTs. And I used to have my own community as well back in the ETH days. I used to trade. I don't know, NFT just always just stuck with me, and ever since I've joined Ton, and I've realized how many different types of NFT narratives there are that are exclusive, let's say, to Ton and to Telegram. And for me, it just makes so much sense that NFTs do find a home at Ton as well. And you can see you guys are creating a Telegram channel, and it's slowly starting to become a reality. And I love it.
Well,
It's
as
good
someone
fun.
who
And
loves NFTs, man, I'm
honestly,
going to jump in here real quick. You have found a
go for it.
proper group of people who do not take themselves super seriously and love to collect and spend a lot of time together building online. Illa can attest, we are not serious people. This is just who we are. We're going to continue to jump around, Zenith. I appreciate you coming up, man. We got a lot to still get done today, but I want to make sure that any community member who may want to have an opportunity to ask Greg a question while we still have this time, you're absolutely welcome to. We don't got a ton of time left. So I'm going to jump over to Simple Farmer. What's good? Welcome up. How you doing? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. And hey, Garga. Hey, Baron, Ilya, all the legends on the stage. Nice to talk to you guys. I was really happy to officially join the Bored Ape Yacht Club this week. I've been building on Ape Chain, and I've had such a positive experience interacting with all the community members and with all the community leaders. And then the cherry on top for me was listening to pretty much the points that you made, Garga, during your interview with Captain. And man, you fully onboarded me to the club in that moment, especially explaining your long-term vision and the new parameters of ApeCo. So I just want to say I'm super bullish. I'm excited. I'm excited to continue to build on ApeChain and build some of the best DeFi and revenue generating protocols in all of crypto. So super excited for all that. And of course, with ApeCoin essentially maybe leaning more into utility instead of just being a straight governance token, I think that's actually positive. Those kind of tokens tend to have more value. I'm not to put words in your mouth, but that was just my thinking from everything I heard you say. Anyways, guys, bless up and wish everybody a great Friday.
Thank you so much, man. It means a lot.
I got a question for Garga. Garga, what was one of the things that surprised you? I mean, I know last year we launched Ape Chain. It was a stealth launch. Unlike a lot of these other chains, they build a lot of hype, but with ours, we decided to do a stealth launch. In doing so, what was one of the things that surprised you with all this different activity that's been going on Ape Chain? What's one of the things that surprised you?
Man, that's a good question. I mean, yeah, it was a pretty surreal moment launching Ape Chain Stealth out from Stealth at Ape Fest live on stage. I mean, we really put the whole thing on like ultra hard mode, where it's not just having a seamless in-person event, bringing people from all over the world together and having incredible talent there and making sure everybody's having a good time, but also launching an entire chain for that anyone who's at home can immediately jump onto, and a lot of love went into the apechain.com site, the portal, and all that. I think I was surprised. I don't know that I should have been surprised, but the NFT communities that have sprouted up on apechain, I think is just what makes it so special. You're seeing a lot. It shouldn't be any surprise. BAYC, we love to collect. We love to hang out in clubs, and we love good art. And I think it's been great to see different collections sprouting up. G's, Gobs, we got, Night Gliders just made me a sick honorary. I tweeted out I think I was late to this spaces because I was too busy admiring my honorary from the Gliders guys. But yeah, no, I'm just so happy to see the NFT community sprout up onto apechain, and that's where I really think apechain needs to double and triple down, is like not just on NFT, making sure that we have state of the art like NFT infra, so that we can have not just the best NFTs, but the best utility for these NFTs, but also like utility for them across experiences like other side. So I'm looking forward to that next phase.
Got a question from Tiger. Tiger, what's going on?
Oh, before the question, really, it's just like we're talking about builders and how many tools there are to really support, whether it's an NFT project or all the stuff. Earlier, Simple Farmer was up here, and Caldera is one of the also partners for apechain, and they had this amazing space earlier today, which I would like to encourage everybody to go listen to, because it kind of laid out some of like the core ecosystem players to like help you build out a project. Like Gold Sky, they pointed out, Coco, they pointed out Ape Express, how they're like a data aggregator and helps you guys quite a bit. So it's like, it's at your fingertips. And that's just what's so amazing. We're not just an NFT project here. It goes beyond that. And it's like, as Garga mentioned, seeing all these new projects popping up, because even like the support system from Blevver with like being able to have a launch pad to do all that stuff, it's all there. And I do have to go, so yeah. I do have my final question for Garga. Will we be seeing any new dance moves to be put into the to other side?
Oh my God! Well, yeah, maybe from other people. It's been a while since I have gotten drunk at a wedding and invented a new dance move. So I don't know. Yeah, I think that was at Sass's wedding years ago. It was fun.
We're gonna have to get you drunk in Vegas and get you to dance for it. That sounded weird as I said it, and I'm very sorry.
For y'all who don't know, Garga ain't dancing right now. Garga's lifting weights. I seen him in Miami for a stealth mission, and the boy was swole. So Garga, you got to let people know your workout. You got to post that.
I'm trying, dude. I am trying. I'm also starting to run again, and yeah, it's good. But I keep. I'm the kind where I just feel like I'm gonna puke every time I run. So I guess that means you're doing it right. Yeah.
I heard the group chat saying earlier, all the staff saying they're doing 100 push-ups a day, and it makes me feel like I'm probably the most unhealthy person on the entire staff at my 2,000 steps per day as I sit in front of the computers drinking Red Bull all day. I need to adjust. Let's continue to go around, say what's up to some of the other homies on here. Actually, you know what, Garga, we don't have a ton of time left with you. I want to maybe offer you opportunity. Do you have anything else you wanted to touch on before we...
Yeah. Absolutely. So, like we've been saying, the AIP is live to vote on, whether we should sunset the DAO. We want to make sure everybody's voices are heard on this. And as part of that, we're reinstituting the MBA, the Made by Apes delegation wallet. So if you have a Made by Apes license, we'll tweet out some information about it a little bit later today once it's been mirrored on the MBA snapshot. But basically, if you have a license, please go over there too, make your vote. There's, I think, like a 6.3 million ape wallet that MBA delegation is in charge of. So, if you have a Made by Apes license, it's a good way to make sure your voice is having an impact on this big decision. So stay tuned to the BAYC Twitter for like the official comms on that, but that will be coming out next couple hours, I think.
Yo, epic.
Yeah, we got a question from Victor.
Yeah, I actually got a question from the community that's been wondering around. You guys launched the Telegram channel and you choose the plush pepper and the golden cigars. Why golden cigars? People in the community wondering. I've got like this question asked at least 10 times.
Yeah, I mean, Curtis, he's like our Mickey Mouse. He's the club proprietor. He's like the main guy. And he's a Bored Ape, and he just loves smoking Cuban cigars. My family's Cuban, and, it was important to have that little nod in there to us. And so throwing those gold cigars in there was just felt like a good vibe.
It definitely set the tone. I mean, you've got like 6 of them or something. Not just one, you went heavy. So people have been wondering, why is that?
Yeah, we should put like 20. No, I'm just kidding.
Bro,
yeah.
I mean, you can get 20, but
Yeah.
you can highlight only 7
okay.
in total.
All right. Sounds good.
I mean, this is what I hear is we go big, and Curtis has always got a nice cigar that he's chiefing on, so it totally makes sense. We got some other apes up here. I don't know if they have questions for Garga or just want to say what's up, but we only got a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna throw it over to Dak. Dak, what's good? Happy Friday. Do you have any questions for Garga before he jumps off? All right.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck was going on. I was trying to unmute my mic, like I don't know. But GM, once again, big shout out to the community, the biggest club in the whole wild world, baby. Let's fucking go. I don't think I have a question for Gaga, seeing what is going on the timelines and seeing what he's doing. It's like a bullish one for me, not just for me, but from the community as a whole. The African community are seeing this and they're fucking bullish about it, and that is why most times I just have to come up here and just like support and represent who and what I'm building on ApeChain. So like big shout out to you, Gaga. I don't have much to say, but also give room for other people to contribute and ask their questions. Shout out to you, Baron and Ela. Big ups, my man.
Yes, indeed. Big ups to Ape Chain Africa. Always doing the work, spreading the Ape Chain word continent to continent, because we are a global club. We got Mo that just jumped up. Mo, how you feeling, brother? You got a question for Garga?
Yeah, GM, guys. I'm feeling good, bro. I've had a rough yesterday, but over that now, feeling much better today. Great to be up here on stage, seeing the expansion of the Ape ecosystem on the Ton Network. So shout out to Garga and the rest of the team for that as well. I do have a question again. I've like over the past week, 2 weeks, I've been reading a lot of the stuff Garga's been putting out, and like I understand the reason for ApeCo. I'm very torn about it as well, because I'm a big believer in DAOs as well and sort of empowering the community to do something. And I know ApeCoin DAO, we haven't been the best at that for many different reasons. So I guess my question is, given the governance revamp, given that Cam and Juan sort of transitioned over into that role, why didn't we give it a bit of time to just see if this new structure was going to work prior to going straight for ApeCo, in a sort of the time limit that's happened?
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I think that's fair. At the end of the day, I think, I'm very hesitant to compromise and to do things half-hearted. It's actually my nature somewhat to be like, cool, let's see if we can improve a thing. Let's edit it. Let's find the good and praise it. Let's lift things up rather than starting fresh, starting new. But at the end of the day, the feeling that I was getting from the community on the timeline, especially around the special council kind of elections that were going to be kicking off, was, you just felt a lot of tension bottled up in the ecosystem, and it needs a release, and it needs a big change. And this is the best way that I can think of to make that happen and to create a new system for us to execute and make ApeCoin win again. It's never easy. And, I think if we paused and deliberated for another 6 months, maybe we'd come out with a different, way of thinking or way of doing things. But, we got to just move quick and make big moves. And I think this is the right path for us.
Okay, I think that's very fair, and especially with the moves you guys have been making recently, doubling down the focus on Bored Ape on the other side as well. Like, I genuinely want this to be a success, regardless of the outcome of the vote. Like, I think we all want what's best for ApeCoin, for ApeChain. And if it is the case that ApeCoin DAO shuts down, I just want to thank everyone just for the opportunity to have tried to have added impact, also for accepting me into the ecosystem. I know early days coming from Animoca, this maybe rubbed some people up the wrong way, but I think I've proven myself to a lot of the apes in this ecosystem and in the community. So just thank you, everyone, for the support. And again, ApeChain for the win, baby. Let's fucking go.
Ape Chain for the win. I know Garga has to leave soon. We got Cram has one question. Then I got one last question before Garga leaves. So Cram, how you feeling?
Doing good, man. Appreciate you guys for pulling me up. I did have one question for Garga. So all right. So Garga, I understand ApeCo is like it's a new idea, it's a new structure. And I know I don't know if you guys have thought this far out yet, but I just want to ask from your perspective, what does success look like for ApeCo? Like, let's say a year, 2 years down the road, like it was successful because we hit X. Do you guys have any metrics or anything that you're measuring for ApeCo's success?
Yeah. I think success gets obvious at the end of the day. I think if you focus too hard on like, KPIs or whatever it is, you can end up incentivizing the wrong behaviors. We all want to see Ape win. At the end of the day, there's a few different things there. Where are we in the charts? Where are the competitors? What's our mind share? How like stoked is the club? How much creative energy are we taking to things? How unique are we in what we're doing that nobody else, even thinks to do? What kind of events are we throwing that are that impossible to follow up? At the end of the day, like, I don't want to be in the business of trying to be like other projects in the space. BYC has always had very much its own identity. A lot of copycats over the years, a lot of them have faded away. And I think if we get back to our core identity of, bringing culture on chain in the way that only BYC and Ape can, and if we have a really vibrant, fun metaverse with UGC components where you're seeing different people monetizing with Ape and kind of getting that flywheel going on chain in different ways, I think success will be obvious. And those are all the things I'm chasing here.
Yeah, I just want to double tap on that, Garga. I know you have to leave, but I really think that our space, which is one of the things I love about the space, is that we're all like Neos in the Matrix. We're always looking for that next thing, and I really feel that other side may provide us with that next thing. Can you give me one thing that you're super excited about for other side? Because I know I got a ton of them, man.
Yeah, no, look, I'm so stoked with how the development of other side has been coming along. We've been doing play tests internally of different ODK games. Been shooting Illa in the head and Bathroom Blitz or running away from him in this other game that we got, play testing now. We've been visiting the Nexus, and just how expansive that island is, even compared to like the enormity of like BOIC Island and stuff. I mean, these are really big, really high fidelity, really interactive worlds. And it's just special when you see it all coming together and you're in there as your Bored Ape, you're in there as your Meebit, you're going to be, even if you have a Moonbird, you can be in there as your Moonbird. And in a lot of ways, it's a lot of the hope and promise and expectation that we felt, around some of the early 2021 metaverses that, now we're really making it real in a super special way. The thing I'm most excited about and to pour gasoline on the fire of is the ODK games. I think we've done a ton of work on the other side as a platform, getting it super well integrated into Ape Chain so that you can be running around like Sonic collecting tokens, and every one of those tokens is an ERC20 on Ape Chain, or trading and dressing up your avatar with wearables from a vending machine, or buying vending machine wearables with ApeCoin on Ape Chain and representing those in the virtual world. And I think with all those kind of tools built in, now we can see, AA and AAA builders coming to our platform to build and monetize their own experiences. And that's just what I'm, most excited about. Like, we've got a handful in dev ourselves. I know, like, different ODK builders are making their own things. We got Tropical doing his little speed builds of different islands. We got the Primal Instinct guys building in public on their own experience. And I think the more that we flesh out, this platform with tons of other builders, like, it's just going to be vibrant. Because if you think about some of these other chains, they got two kind of builders or three main builders that are building, pixel art games or whatever it is on a, on a website hooked up to a blockchain. I think our moat is going to be pretty wild once we get all the pipes turned on here, of allowing people to build their own blockchain experiences on top of other side and monetize them.
Exciting, man. I'm glad Garga said it, so I'm not gonna get bonked. Wait till y'all run around this motherfucking Nexus. Holy shit. I'm still tripping, bro. I'm still tripping. This thing, I think, is one of my favorite things currently at Yuga is playtesting the other side, man, because I can't wait to dunk on motherfuckers. Like, we told y'all motherfuckers it's gonna be fire. Told you motherfuckers. This shit is gonna be lit. Yeah, man. So I know, Garga, thank you for giving us so much of your time. I know you're super busy. I don't know if you have time for one more question from Lower Lord, or if you have to dip. If so, just if you want to have any parting words, just let us know.
Yeah, let's do one more question. All good.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Number one, if anyone is upset about the direction this is going, feel free to blame me. This all started when I handed Garga a sticker promoting my AIP in Lisbon, and Garga was like, oh, God, no, not more Lore Lord videos. And I'm here to say, I'm not fucking leaving. I promise to continue to be the master behind mayhem, the creator of chaos, and the broadcaster on the blockchain. Garga and Apecore are the drivers in the Fear and Loathing mobile, and I'm just along for the ride. I'll be stealing their suitcase of goodies and having a good time in Vegas. But in the meantime, we have NFT NYC and Garga. My question to you is, would you even consider showing up to not NFT NYC this year?
Man, I'm trying to keep travel to a minimum because there's so much going on. I got to be like building, but DM me some info and I'll see if I can make it happen.
Love you so much, man. Thank you for everything that you do. I'm looking forward to next steps. Everybody stay positive. Jump in the convertible, man, and let's have a fucking blast. That's where I'm at.
Awesome. All right, guys, I got to jump for a meeting, but so good to catch up with everybody. Thank you to our friends at Ton for showing up and being part of today. We're excited to get building on your ecosystem, and just get out there and please vote everyone on the AIP. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you as well, Garga. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate all the Ton folks who came through as well today. Illa, what do you think? You want to keep it running another little bit, or do you got to jump as well? Because I know this hour has gone by incredibly fast. Wow.
Yeah, I got to jump as well at 3, but this was an amazing conversation. Man, it's always great to get Garg on stage because there's a lot of stuff that we can't talk about, but when he talks about it, we can double tap it. And yo, that last play test at Nexus, I don't know about you, Baron, but I stayed in that bitch for an extra hour. I was running. Yo, it's massive. It's
Bro,
insane.
that was the day I took off. I missed it.
Oh my God.
So like I even have FOMO. I'm like, you stayed. Can someone turn that off for me?
Yo, I was like, when they gonna figure out that and kick me out this bitch? I was running around going to every little nook and cranny, and I'm like, it was too much going on. Like I couldn't even go everywhere. And I'm like, this is what we all dreamt about. So I can't wait to have different experiences ported into other side, man. And Lord, I got this idea that I've had since 2022, motherfucker. And I feel like having you narrate it would be the best shit ever. So I'm gonna tap in with you about that because yeah, man, to me the superpower on the other side is gonna be when other people come in and build on top of it. I look at it as the biggest Web3 gaming platform, like Roblox, adult Roblox, where you get to own everything, right? Like, So I can't fucking wait. I don't even like to talk about it too much because I don't even know who's here from Riot Games or who, whatever gaming and or Rockstar, and like you never know. But I really feel like the thing that the next thing, because me and Coco talk about this a lot, is like, what is the next big thing? What's the next thing D-Gens are gonna get excited about? What's the next sticky thing? I think it's other side, man. I truly believe it's other side.
I can't fucking wait, dude. I posted something yesterday. If you go over to other page, you check out your profile, it has some of your deeds perhaps like set behind your character, and I have an acid deed, and it just looked so sick to see my ape standing on the acid deed. That's the closest I can get right now. So I'm gonna share it and post it and let people know. Go to other page, do the same thing for their ape and see it. But it's awesome. It's getting closer. There's a lot of fun coming. I think we're going to kind of wrap soon. Illa, I know you got to bounce soon. I can stay on just a little bit longer so we can acknowledge and say what's up to all of our other friends up here. The one person who's been up here the whole time we haven't said hello to is Jacob. I want to say hello, Jacob. If you're still there, I apologize. I'm just noticing we didn't say hello while we were talking about Ton. How you doing today? Welcome up. Happy Friday.
Doing well. No worries. So, as you know, I just joined that to Ton ecosystem and super hyped on them. Before, I was only part of community, been recording some videos connected with Ton NFTs, especially with Flash Peppers. So what I saw, you have guys, one of them. And what's more, absolutely, I'm here with legends. And legends play with legends. So let's keep pushing Web3
speaking
forward,
of
guys.
Flash Peppers and videos, man, we just been in Dubai at the event
Yes.
of Cointelegraph in what was that? The car dealership. And we filmed the video jokingly that one day we're gonna buy this Mercedes with a plush Pepe. And
but
then
maybe one day floor price.
Bro, it's technically
100K,
you
it's
can.
bro.
No, I mean, some models, I think you already can. Back then, plush paper was around 1,500 only, and it's been partially jokes. Today, it's 15K or 16K floor. Yeah.
When Lambo? That's all I want to know. I don't care about
Jacob, tell
Mercedes. I
us
want a Lambo.
when you're getting one.
Soon with you guys.
No, we
I want to drive the
in the club we
Mercedes.
say when BMW. That's what we fuck with over here. So let's get those.
Too real. If you're gonna drive a German car, you've got to drive a Beamer. Come on.
Well, appreciate you, Jacob. I appreciate the Ton team coming up and hanging out. Ethan, you're OG, so appreciate the fact that you're here with us. And isn't it kind of fun and surreal that you're a builder who's part of the Ton team now, and then it's all community network, kind of how it works here the longer you go. Let's say what's up to Snowflake. Happy Friday. How are you doing? Welcome up. All right, I'm going to throw it over to I'm going to say it slowly because maybe she's coming. Could be texting. Maybe Raleigh, what's good? Happy Friday. How you doing?
Happy Friday, guys. Doing well. I just wanted to come up, say what's up. I'm celebrating 1 year in the club next month. My question was for Garga, but if anybody on the team has some pull, I just wanted to ask about token proof and when and if we're going to see that 8chain Shopify plugin.
We'll write that down and send it up the chain and get back to you because I don't know that off the top of the dome.
Appreciate it, guys.
Just DM me your question. I'll pass it on.
For sure.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the club there's so many different things that we're working on, and it's just so important that we have that internal infrastructure because it's so many things I forget about things, but the club never does. Raleigh's coming up yo, what about token proofing and Shopify? I'm like, oh yeah. And there's somebody that Baron says that's all they work on every day, so they will definitely he'll get that question to them and then he'll get back to you.
I do want to throw this out there real quick, Illa, just because this is on my chat in the DM right now, guys. I said this at the beginning of the spaces. I'm going to say it again. There is currently no official BAYC sticker collection on Ton. So if you see a sticker out there and you are purchasing it, it is not an official BAYC sticker, right? I heard that there was a little, excitement. That's not us, guys. That's Ape Accelerator. That's somebody else. So stay tuned, There's no official sticker as of right now.
No official.
Bro, I want bigger selection of apes. Not gonna lie, that was a little bit dry. We need more.
Listen, we don't fuck around, and when it comes time to find out, you will all find out. IDGen, what's good? We're gonna throw it to you, and then we're gonna wrap it up for the day. We all gotta go off into our world and continue to build and build. And Ethan's got a flood to address. So, IDGen, what's good? Happy Friday. How you doing? Yeah, sick, perfect. Appreciate everyone coming through. Illa,
Dude.
Ethan, go for it. You have any parting words before we close up, man?
Oh, you know, I've sailed across half the ocean just in my bedroom so far. But yeah, as you were saying, bro, it is surreal. To come back after 2 years back into crypto, bro, like I can't believe it. I kind of got wrecked in the 2023 crash and had to go back to a 9 to 5, and I was doing that for 2 years. And then in January, I just literally like quit. I was like, fuck this, walked out, no money. But I just locked in, and you know, like good things happen after you lock in, and here I am, back on top, bitches. Let's go.
Time in the space always beats timing the space. I remember seeing Ethan like, man, fuck this shit. And then he started degenning them trenches, and the trenches was treating him good because he's a trench warrior. OG Club, shout out to the Ton team. You got a real one. You got a bridge with Ethan to the club. And yeah, now the entire club is coming over to fuck with y'all and bringing culture from chain to chain, man. So I'm excited to see what we all build together, and love what you guys are doing and love what we're going to do together. And I hope everybody has a great weekend, man. Baron, it's been a great show. We had the big boss man pull up, drop alpha, give us some clarity. Make sure y'all go and vote. The NBA vote, make sure you use the power in that to cast your vote. Make sure we all participate in this AIP because it's super important. And y'all motherfuckers get ready for other side, because I'm trying to tell y'all that is the Neo in the Matrix. I'm trying to tell you. But have a good
He's
weekend.
telling you guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to Ape Chain on Chain. This project is powered by the ApeCoin DAO through AIP 572, bringing our community's valuable conversations on chain and also on traditional audio platforms. Rate this episode and/or leave feedback and earn Dixo rewards by visiting the Dixo on-chain platform.